War and pizza, pizza and more. We'll tell you what we're fighting for. Pizza in the morning, pizza at noon. We'll eat it with a fork, we'll eat it with a spoon.
Pizza sandwiches at your local G-Spot.
Listen, a war and pizza, we got it. Now, it's the story of a prostitute, right? Right. So she orders pizzas all of the time. Her name's Scarlot Harlot. Anyway, she's a really good character. All we need is some wine chunks, Dave.
What we're going to do is we're going to make pizza chastity belts.
Blah. Yo ho 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 ho, yo ho heave ho. Blah. Yeah. Blah.
Hello from the war zone. I'm about to be very sorry that I was put on camera just now because the Americans tend to fly over and drop their load just about this time of day, no matter who's underneath them. And they usually stop about 12 p.m. But why am I standing here telling you this when I could get my ass blown off? I'm sure glad that bomb hit somebody else if it had to hit anybody. You know, the war zone's a funny place, especially for Americans, because we think we know a lot about war, but since we've never been invaded, and since we watch way too much network news, we really come out knowing a lot more about pizza. In fact, most of us just can't tell the difference. War and pizza? Pizza and war? How long can this go on? Is that going to be a real bomb, or is it just more pizza?
I was feeling dull and dizzy. I lay down in my bed. The thought that I got pizza shock goes running round my head. I got pizza shock. I got pizza shock. I got pizza shock syndrome. I called the toll-free number. Here's what I'm complaining of. My fever's high. I got a rash. I know I'm not in love. I think I got pizza shock.
Pizza, pizza, buy it by the slice. Pizza, pizza, take some to your wife.
Our pizza is so very famous, people come from near and far. Come into our shop, we even have a salad bar. Pizza, pizza, buy it by the slice. Pizza, pizza, take some to your wife. Our pizza is so very famous, people come from near and far.
People who need pizza are the chubbiest people in the world. People who need pizza smell like sausage and mushrooms most the time.
Pizza and more. We'll tell you what we're fighting for.
Hello? Oh, yes, hello, Bishop.
No, I was just, my plane's just leaving. I was all the way down the little portable hallway, whatever you call it. Yeah? No, don't worry about a thing. No, I've got plenty of evidence. You'll be fine. Yes, I will say hello to Ronnie for you. Okay, well, it was good talking to you. I gotta run. Okay, bye-bye.
Father Andy. Bye, Father Andy.
Yo ho 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 ho, yo ho heave ho. Bleh. Yeah. Bleh. Honored guests and inquisitors, legislators, leeches, lawyers, and lawmen. My spiritual advisor and boss, His Most Holy Big Honcho, Bishop Bull Gaines, has named me his sole envoy to speak to you of his integrity in regard to your recent accusation that he has, to use the vernacular, built the United States government out of millions and perhaps billions of hard-earned American dollars. Gentlemen, built is a strong term, and I refuse to use it again. Now, in regard to the bishop's defense contract, it is the bishop's contention, and mine if I wish to keep my job, that the legal language of that contract was so convoluted and obtuse, twisted and obscure, that it was impossible to tell that the contract called for bombers and not for generic brand pizzas. It really wasn't clear. Need I mention that the pizzas, though not bombers, were nevertheless of high quality. And thanks to the bishop's ties to the major supplier of Parmesan cheese in this country, Cosa Nostra brands, exceptional value for your money. Also, the bishop and I, and my daughter Chandra, find the charge that the pizza connection violated the doctrine of separation of church and state absurd and incomprehensible. What the hell does that have to do with bombers? President Lyndon Johnson, in his wonderful Bombers and Pizza speech of 1965, or was it the Guns and Butter speech of 1964? Well, anyway, Lyndon Johnson... Meeting of the combined boards of TWIT and the local chapter of the Universal Life and Trust and Casualty Church will now come to order. Our friend and benefactor, you'll be happy to know, Bishop Gaines, is off the hook with the President's Committee on Un-American Relations.
Job well done.
I have a surprise. The bishop has a new defense contract.
Okay.
I'll go for that.
To supply ashtrays for Air Force bombers.
Ashtrays?
Ashtrays.
Ashtrays.
He's given us 100,000 smackaroonies. $50,000 in cash.
No. All right. Troubles are over. Money. We made it. Yeah.
And 50,000 frozen pizzas of various sizes and ingredients.
Pizzas?
Wow.
Pizzas? Pizza?
What do we do with pizzas?
Now, the $50,000
yeah. Okay, the 50,000.
is in the form of a second party check made out to both.
No way.
Second? What do you, what? Wait.
Hey, but we can cash it at the G-spot.
All right.
Well, anyway, look, the bishop is in support of my obtaining my lifetime goal.
Your lifetime goal?
I'm sure you'll all support
You mean
me
to
in that, right?
tell me you're going to tend to a flock in New Zealand?
Yeah, come on.
No. We're going to produce an original musical comedy.
Oh, no.
A musical comedy?
A musical comedy.
Good work. Good work.
By a strange and wonderful coincidence called War and Pizza.
Oh my God.
War and pizza.
In the global village.
Oh, no.
How about Randy?
Chairs in here.
Hold it. This is my show. We're going to be doing a musical comedy called War and Pizza in the Global Village. And I don't want another word about it. We've got the money, we've got the pizzas.
Look, I'll go along with this. Only as far as the G-spot. because I want to find out whether this check is any good.
Yeah, let's go to the
Wait a minute. $50,000 on a two-party check and a pizza.
Hey, it's all the pizza you can eat, David. Look at it that way.
Are you sure? Maybe we couldn't just put, like 3 or 4 chairs in there and talk about the musical again?
Oh, Lord. You're always wanting to do a talk show. Let me tell you, a musical comedy is so much better than a talk show, and it's something that I wanted to do my entire life.
I know you wanted to do a musical comedy, but a talk show is so much easier. Look, what you have to do is get the people on the they'll have a harmonica player this time.
No, that's nice. A harmonica player is fine within the context of a musical comedy.
It's for real.
I'm telling you.
Look, I've been at TWIT for a long time, but like doing a musical called War and Pizza in the Global Village is something that's pretty strange. Look, we don't have any musicians. We don't have any actors right now. We can only talk about it.
War and Pizza. Now at last, a war movie for the whole family. War and Pizza has something for everyone in the family. Violence for Dad and the boys. Romance and yucky stuff for Mom and the girls. Fashion tips for Too Cool Aunt Trindy. Fishing tips for Uncle Bob. Tips on bilking Social Security for Granddad and Grandma. Close-ups of compressed grain for your pet hamster. High-pitched noises for your dog. War and Pizza has it all. Coming soon to Channel 37A.
To you by new bulimic brands. Pizza tastes better in the morning for breakfast, coming up cold. That's right, bulimic brands instant pizza. Hey, Father Randy, how's it going?
Kelly. Oh, one thing worries me, Kelly, about this whole thing. I'm really positive about the whole experience, except, well, we don't really have a book for the musical yet. You need something to go by.
To base
the story on. Yeah, we got a great title, we got a great cast, we got lots of pizza, but we don't have a book.
You know what? We might be in luck. Just so happens I was selling some pizza and this guy signed over something to me. Oh, right. Okay, he signed over the title to a book. Unfortunately, I don't know the name of the book. I don't know anything about it, but I have the Dewey Decimal System number for it down at the Library of Congress. So if we can get someone to go down to the Library of Congress and pick up this DV12369.
.69.
Point, right.
Yeah.
Must be science fiction or something.
I don't know.
Well,
Hey,
anyhow.
I don't know what's going on here.
Hey, how's the pizza, Dave?
I don't know what came over me, but how can we do a musical? We have a hard time doing 2 hours of comedy every week. How are we gonna? We don't even have a book for this thing.
Yes, we do.
We're in luck.
You mean to tell me that somebody wrote War and Pizza in the Global Village already?
No, somebody's written some book and given us the rights to it.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Kelly
we can produce this
negotiated
musical,
a
I'm sure.
Right, no matter what it is, it's real and it's copyrighted, and then we've got the
And it's
rights
ours
to it.
now.
You bet. We just need somebody to run over to the library and get it.
He wants 99 pizzas for it.
99 pizzas?
Well, I figured it was worth it. Sounded like a good deal to me.
Yeah, send them out.
Okay.
Look, I've got another little problem, Father Randy. The people are starting to complain that there isn't any room to get into the John. I mean, we've got pizzas stacked up back
We had to put them somewhere, David.
Well, I guess maybe if the folks at home would call in, like at 624-9871 and order a pizza, we'll send one right out to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've had a vision. The vision has came to me on a visit to His Most on High. He said, eat pizza and be happy and smile. It's the TWIT Show again. Pizza, smile, be happy, have a pizza tonight. Join us, won't you?
Told Dr. Video about the musical. He's enthusiastic. He wants to do it, and we're going to be having a good time. Did you get the book?
Yeah, I got the book, and wait till you see it. This book it's Father Randy, take a look at the basis for War and Pizza in the Global Village.
I'm astounded.
Statistical interpretation of Heisenberg's uncertainty principle as concerned by Murphy's law of immutable prophecy.
Who's Murphy?
Murphy? He's the mayor. It's great. It's politically correct. It's politically correct for us.
It is the illustrated version. Maybe we can use some of the pictures.
Take a look at some of this illustration. Look at that. Have you seen figures like that since the Madonna piece that we ran last week?
Never. Wow.
Have you seen that?
Wow. That's terrific. Show the folks at home.
Take a look over there. Look at that. Look at these figures. This is going to make a musical comedy like nobody's business. I can tell. It's better than Circus.
Dave, I'm really glad. I'm glad you're
Bondage? Wait a minute. There's bondage in here. Hold it.
I thought it was a gag
come
at first.
on. No. This is
Electrical
sad.
bondage?
No.
All right, look, I'm sorry.
Bondage.
Look, 90 pizzas, it doesn't make any difference. 90 pizzas for a math textbook? How in the heck are you supposed to do a musical called War and Pizza out of a math textbook?
Dave, you
Come
can
on,
do it
this
if
is
you
stupid.
try.
You got what?
You can do it if you try.
What do you mean?
Well, basically all you have to do is use your imagination. Do you know what that means, Dave? Have you ever tried it before?
What?
Using your imagination.
I can't remember.
You can't remember whether you have or not. Obviously, you should probably leave, Dave. Have you ever used your imagination?
One time I had an experience. It was kind of locked in there.
Listening to the sound of my voice right now. You're watching television. Stand by. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Action.
A plastic heart, a plastic trunk, a plastic world, it's just our luck. Plastic thoughts for us to see. Is there something wrong with me? Video thoughts materialize, a metallic tape magnetize. Is this just a fantasy or is this really blasphemy? Plastic hearts and plastic drugs and plastic minds with plastic thoughts. Plastic world of fantasy, but plastic milk, so can't you see? Imagination, reality, our incarnation. Reality in the heat of mid-July. I was screaming when I wrote this, but I really can't tell why. On a plastic sort of dream state I've called inside my mind, for it's not the earth in which I live, but somewhere deep inside. Video imagination, candy-coated brain cells, licorice in my mind. Candy-coated castle, very well designed. Video control track, coded in my head. Without time-based correction, I'd probably be dead. I've got glitches in my brainwave, cobwebs in my head. It's just one more addiction, why not pronounce me dead? Video imagination, reality or incarnation. Video fascination, vertical hallucinations. Vectorscope, anecdote, my chroma's turning red. Coke is too expensive, I do TV instead. Lines of resolution or lines of powdered snow. Is there any difference? How am I to know? Video fascination. Is this just a fantasy? Video imagination. There must be something wrong with me. Hook me up to TV. Imagination. Video fascination. This is just too strange to me. Video imagination. My mind is full of fantasy. Blasphemy, I've lost my mind. Imagination. Video imagination. Video imagination. Video or incarnation. Video or incarnation. Video fascination. Reality or incarnation. Video.
Blender pizza, yes you can, blend it into nothing, guaranteed disgusting, eat it if you can, See, that's one of the new products that we have for people, blender pizza. You know, you get tired of just eating pizza. Favorite beverage?
Yeah, I mean, hey, and watch. Kelly's going to show you the new blender pizza.
Blender pizza, you ready?
This is amazing summer drink, right?
Blender pizza, yes you can, yes you can. Blend it into nothing, guaranteed disgusting. Eat it if you can, eat it if you can. See, that's gonna be great. You just blend it. You just blend in a piece of pizza, and then you can take it and pour it for your guests. And it's pizza cocktails, okay? And then for when I'm entertaining, I like to just kind of spruce it up a little bit. I put a lantern in it, and then it's pizza cocktails.
Refreshing, yeah.
It's delicious. You want some?
No, I'm a vegetarian. Thank you.
So fucking hot here.
I can't get to the writer's roll. Where's the writer's roll? Okay.
What writer?
All right, wait. Okay. No, I don't think that's a good idea. Wait. No! Wait, where's the book? I don't think that's in that chapter.
What case, Leslie? Help yourself.
Dave, what's the difference between television and garbage? This is great, right, okay? Garbage is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and television's all the time. Yeah! All right.
That's great.
All right, okay.
More.
Okay. Listen. A war and pizza, we got it now. It's the story of a prostitute, right? Right, okay. She lives near an army base, right?
Right. Army,
okay.
war, got it?
Right, got it, okay. Now, all the soldiers are away, so she orders pizzas all at the party. Her name's Scarlot Harlot. Anyway, she's a really good character. All we need is some more jokes, Dave. We got the story.
Jokes.
We got the script.
You're a funny man. Jokes. What's funny about war and pizza? Throw some Russians in. Russians are funny.
Okay.
Russians are not funny.
Here, wait a minute. We have some equations here.
All right.
We got this from the book, okay?
Let me see this.
It's n minus 2n, 52 to the 700th power equals Helen Keller. 2b and tb, 2prq, tb equals cheese grater. That's if you... See, we got that from the book.
Wait a minute.
It's the second scene. It's really great. Then they carry her off to war and
They carry her off to war?
Yeah, they carry her off to war. See, that's when the dancers come in, and
You're gonna have to sell this to Father Randy. I mean, like, this is getting awful strange. I mean, Heisenberger's illustrated version, this is ridiculous. War and pizza?
Hey, listen, Dave, can you just get somebody to sell some pizzas so we can get some lunch?
Okay.
Get some pizza. All right, now again, go back to the prostitute.
Right.
All right, so she's walking to the barracks, right?
Okay, right, she walks into the back. She's a cross between, like, Bette Midler and Betty Friedan, okay? Okay, she says, like, I'm hungry, I need some pizza.
I need to be fulfilled.
War and pizza. You wanted more bloody violence, and we deliver. You wanted more wanton sex, and we deliver. You wanted convoluted, nihilistic plot lines, and we deliver. War and pizza. Down to the nitty-gritty, no plot, no character development. None of the characters live long enough to develop. Sex and violence. Continuous sex and violence. Nothing but sex and violence. Bodies grappling and sex and death and guns and knives and cannons and shooting and penetrating. It's a penetrating look into sex and violence as you've never seen and felt it before. And it's coming too soon to Channel 37A. Sex and violence. War and pizza. War and pizza.
Here it is, the synopsis for War and Pizza in the Global Village. Now, during World War I, 6 refugees from a bankrupt Gilbert and Sullivan troupe are in Barcelona touring Columbus's ship, the Santa Maria, when a freak storm casts them adrift on the Mediterranean. Exciting, huh? Unbeknownst to them, the evil Count Uno Dos Tres has stored the world's largest collection of contraband pizza in the hold, which the actors discover after 3 days of terrible hunger and the strange odor rising from below. Well, as they go below deck to investigate, they're boarded by a group of Nazis under the auspices of Count Uno Dos Tres. A battle ensues, during which Count Dos Tres has his auspices cut off. And the Nazis are persuaded to go back to Germany because they're one war too early.
Oh.
Anyway, the pizzas are found, eaten, and in some cases digested. And during an all-night celebration of food and variety acts. That's where all of these different things come in. We can
That's
fit
where we get
almost
the
anything into it, right? Now, immediately after the downing of 73 of these pizzas, and immediately prior and somewhat concurrent with the onslaught of a major typhoon, the grateful cast sings the titular song, War and Pizza.
Oh, that's great.
Which I'm writing, and I'm going to sing in scene 20, I think.
Great. War and Pizza.
Yeah.
I love it. I think it'll be fabulous. It's going to sell. We'll be able to sell pizzas. We'll be on the air forever doing epics like this. Wonderful.
Well, we have the script from the writers. I knew we would get
Who's
it.
this
We would
guy?
get it. We would get it. It is. This is the most incredible script I have ever seen. Oh, you will be so thrilled. Look at this. Every word is a gem.
Wait a second. David, what are you doing?
I am not David. I am Bjorn. I am Bjorn Lieberman, the director.
I think sitting in the director's chair has gone to his posterior and on up into the rest of him.
I think you've had too much pizza, buddy.
I have been with the writers. You know, this book was nothing compared to what this script is supposed to be. Look at this. Every word in this script has been handcrafted.
I'm glad you finally thought of that word. I didn't think you were ever going to get through the sentence. Look.
Handcrafted?
Handcrafted.
I just shared the synopsis of the script.
Do you have the part about the magic car that flies into the future?
No.
Do you have the part about the Air Force bomber that comes out of the past?
No.
Do you have the part about the three maidens in the creek?
No.
Do you have the excitement at the G-spot?
Yeah.
That we
yeah,
have.
that's,
right
that's
here.
down
That's
here
where I come
in the all-night celebration,
that.
food and variety acts. Yeah.
Where are we going to cast all these people? How can you find all these people? I don't know.
Dave, what are you doing here, man?
I am not Dave. I'm Bjorn.
Dave, I'm telling you, man, if you want to cast this musical, you better get into a link because all the people are showing up.
Hey, we got an audition.
We asked for actors.
Hello,
the
Father
actors
Andy.
have come.
We've got actors there. They're all over the place.
This is the TWIT play.
You gotta get there.
I'm going to the studio.
I'm calling the audition, honey.
Hold it down. I've got an audition here.
Hello?
An audition?
Yes, hello.
Yeah, sugar. I'm calling the audition.
Well, I imagine you might be.
It's possible. Audition. I want to be discovered. That's the least you can do. You know, what kind of place you running down there anyhow, honey?
There will be some form of payment to all of you for all of this acting you're going to do here. But we are going to make you do very, very lewd and debasing things. Everybody still going to audition?
Yeah!
Right on! We are going to make you do things with animals.
Yeah!
This is the script. How many people say dirty words on Tuesday?
Many.
You do that. Who's the first one who's going to audition for this thing?
Dave.
What?
We're handling a certain young lady she's going to be big. She's going to be bigger than Elvis. And we did handle Elvis back when he was doing well. Towards the end, you know, they called him the king.
The king?
Yeah, that's because he had to eat out of a bowl.
We called him the Pasha back in the fatherland.
That's
We
when-
are very familiar with his
That's Elvis. But now we've got a lady.
Yes.
Number one. Go ahead.
This is Maribel.
Yeah, see,
Is the new
you're beautiful.
Elvis?
Beautiful. Love you. Love you.
I've been seeing a lot. And what is your name there, madam?
My name's Maribel Lee, and I used to be with the rodeo. I was a lady ski wrestler, Taco then, and I got brain damage. And I heard you were doing a musical about War and Pizza, and that it had everything in it. And I want to do my dog song now for your musical, all right? All right. It ain't a pig. It ain't a mule. It ain't an ostrich. It ain't an elephant. It ain't a kangaroo. It ain't a donkey. It ain't a sweet potato. It ain't a cat. It ain't a toaster oven.
What is it?
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
You over there.
Yeah.
The two of you, read these lines here. Read this stuff.
Wait. No, listen, I want this part.
No. This is my part. Look.
No, it's not.
Bang.
I get this part.
It says bang in there.
Take it away.
No,
I want the
okay.
part. It doesn't even work.
No. I want the part.
You know the part.
I got it for you.
What is it?
I was down on vacation in the Bahamas, right?
You were down on
I saw the
vacation in
future
the
of music. I
Bahamas.
saw the future of music. It's acapella wailing sounds. Forget him. Forget this whole acapella wailing song. But it's the whales. No, not the men. The whales. Whales. We've been missing in all these acapella wailing sounds. Forget music and the dumpa.
Take a look at him.
I wonder why nobody don't like me. Maybe it's because I'm ugly. I wonder why nobody don't like me. Maybe it's because I'm ugly. I leave my whole house and go. My children don't want me no more. Bad talk inside the house they bring. And when I talk, they start to sing. Mama, look, ah, boo-boo. They shout. Their mama tell them, shut up your mouth. That is your daddy. What? No. My daddy can be ugly, so shut your mouth.
Everything you've ever wanted in entertainment is now in one movie. War and Pizza. The longest movie ever made. The edited for television version runs 14 weeks continuous viewing time, with breaks every 45 minutes for fixing more snacks. See it all, eat it all, and don't miss a single scene. War and Pizza. Follow the Badvidovich family through the highs, the lows, the trials, the tribulations, the loves, the quickies, the fighting, the death, the destruction, littering, loitering, laundering. War and Pizza has it all. Go back with us in time to the first Badvidovich as he fights to break free of his love of the sea, his pain as he throws off the last of his vestigial fins and flippers, the joys, the sorrows as he develops an opposed thumb, swings from the trees, throws rocks at strange rectangular monoliths, beats and thrashes all of the rest of the creatures on the planet. At last, the whole story. War and Pizza. It just keeps coming and coming and coming and coming.
You're doing a musical comedy about war and pizza. What was your role in that?
As the pizza.
Aha, great.
I played an anchovy.
You just got to sell more pizza. You just got to sell more pizza.
No, pizza is a symbol of ultimate corruption.
No, pizza's innocent. Pizza's innocent. It's innocent. Look at me and repeat after me. Repeat after me right now, sweetheart. Every day.
Every day.
In every way.
In every way.
I'm getting better.
I'm getting better.
And better.
And better.
And better. And every day.
And every day.
And every way.
And every way.
I'm getting better. And better. And better. At selling pizza. At selling pizza.
At selling pizza.
At selling pizza.
At selling pizza.
Every day.
Every day.
In every way.
In every way.
I'm getting better.
I'm getting better.
And better.
And better.
And better.
And better.
And better. At selling pizza.
At selling pizza.
I think you got it. You got it. Ah, it's wonderful. It's wonderful.
What did you think of War and Pizza? Well, actually, when you first told me about it, I thought it was Warren's Pizza. That I didn't. I thought it was about a guy that owned a pizza parlor. That was maybe getting drafted or something, but it completely surprised me.
Do you think, like basing a musical comedy on a math textbook is a wise idea?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it figures, it all adds up.
We're here talking with
Bill
Bill
Burgoon.
Bill
I
Burgoon.
live at Speedway in Craycroft.
And he's having a party there next Thursday night.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, Bill, what did you think of it?
It was okay. It wasn't as good as 48 Hours, though.
You liked 48 Hours better.
Yeah, there's more action.
More cussing.
Yeah.
The Vietnam War lasted more than 10 years and gave us 13,913 veterans who could no longer walk. Now, since we do not seem to remember the lessons of Vietnam, we must look to these men as the source of the only thing of lasting value which we gained from that war: handicapped parking. Plenty of handicapped parking spaces, plenty of openings and curbs for wheelchairs, and who can forget those nice commodes with the railings on the sides? Yes, Nixon, Westmoreland, and Johnson may not have won the Vietnam War, but the handicapped did. And America has never been the same since. So next time you see that handicapped parking sign, remember, there's a Vietnam vet standing, or should I say, sitting, behind it. Now that the battle for handicapped parking has been won, Americans can once again turn their minds to the pursuit of pizza. This has been another slice of life and death from the combat zone.
People, I wonder if this world is gonna change. Have we really gone too far? We ought to take the time to see just where we've been. You know we don't need nuclear war. Let's keep the world on our minds. Listen to the children, see what's on their minds. Let's keep the world on our minds. The world is moving away from all these petty games we play. You better stand up and be strong. Wake up your senses, come see a brand new day. This life won't last too long. And keep the world on your mind. Listen to the children, see what's on their mind. Let's keep the world on our minds. There's too much war going on. We got to keep the world on our minds. We got to get out El Salvador. We don't need no more wars. We got to keep the world on our minds. Let's keep the world on our minds. Just listen to the children, see what's on their minds, and let's keep the world on our minds. We don't need no more Iran, you know.
War and Pizza in the Global Village was originally written by Hermann Hesse. It was stolen by Marshall McLuhan, but we don't want to talk about that. This book is based upon Warren Heisenberger's theories of war and pizza. Yeast makes better. Available at better record stores, local records and tapes, because they're going to give us some tape for mentioning their name. That's enough of the plug. Thank you for letting me say this. The tapes are great too. Send them for your mother at her.